Hello and welcome to another episode of our pronunciation critique series. I'm Joe Previtt, creator of the English Byte community, and I'm excited to have you here. Today we're going to be critiquing a friend of mine, Rafael, who does a ton for the community, and he's just really a great person. I had the privilege of speaking with him the other day on a podcast, and so without further ado, let me introduce him. So Rafael D. Hernandez, he is a member of the English Byte community, a friend, and he does a lot for the community. And by that, I basically mean that he does two things that are really important. One, he's one of the leaders for the translations of the Free Code Camp curriculum and content from English into Spanish. And he also is one of the hosts for the Free Code Camp in Spanish podcast. So today we're going to be critiquing him in this video. It's a short video that he sent me for the purpose of critiquing. So let's jump in. And if you're new to the series, the format works like this. We watch the video together. I don't say anything. Then we watch it a second time, and I'll highlight some of the things that stick out about his pronunciation. So let's refresh the page and watch the video.
So many people ask me each week, is college still worth it? In this 1-hour video, I answer this question and other commonly asked questions about university. I have been in adult education for 2 decades at this point, and even though I'm not a labor economist, I do feel confident enough to answer these questions.
Cool. So now we're going to do two things. I've already got captions on. I think that's a great way to see, hey, do the robots understand what I'm saying, right? Are they picking up my pronunciation? It's not always accurate, even if you're a native English speaker. So, it's not 100% accurate, basically. So just take it with a grain of salt. But let's dive in.
Many people ask me each week, is college still worth it? In this 1-hour video.
So very slight thing that sticks out is like the TH sound in this, right? This. And that, it's a difficult sound for a lot of people, but it's one that he could potentially improve.
I answer this question and other commonly asked questions about university. I have been in adult education.
So here, I think he said, I have been in adult education, but it picks up an. So slight thing, he might be able to work on those vowels. Education, right? It's got like a j sound, which I don't know if it exists in Spanish, actually. Maybe parts of South America that say like, yo me llamo, that kind of thing, the double L. But education is one.
For 2 decades at this point. And even though I'm not a labor economist,
same thing with the though. The.
I do feel confident enough to answer these questions.
Enough. Maybe enough there. There really isn't much. I mean, the thing that I want to compliment him on is he's got a very natural flow. It sounds like a native speaker. Very minor things that might give him away as a non-native. But really, if I were having a conversation with him, I wouldn't really think twice. And that's the feeling you want to give someone else, especially when you're interviewing or you're working with English-speaking teammates. You want them to basically forget that you're an outsider, so to speak, right? You don't want them to remember that, oh, they should speak slower for you, or, oh, they shouldn't use specific vocabulary, right? That they should dumb it down. You don't want that. You want to just kind of blend in because that's going to help you land a job, especially if you're interviewing with someone interviewing for a company. You don't want that to hold you back, basically, of landing that remote dev job. And so that's one of the reasons that we do these series. So Raphael, he's killing it. He's somebody that I would give an example of. That's the kind of level you want to achieve. The things that we've highlighted here, it's really just nitpicking. Super minor things that he could never fix, and he would probably never have a problem landing a remote job. At least that's my guess. So the whole point of this, though, is to recognize some of these patterns and mistakes, so to speak, so that you don't make them and you can improve your own pronunciation with the goal of landing a remote dev job. So that's our series today. I'll conclude with our ending screen. If you want to support this series, if you want to support the community, if you want to join us, if you want to get your own pronunciation critique, head over to EnglishByte.com, subscribe to the newsletter, That's the whole reason I'm doing these things. I want to share more content like this. I want to help you land a remote dev job by improving your English. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like, all that shebang, and we'll see you in the next one.